First, they came for your plastic bags, then they came for your plastic straws. Sense a theme here? If it's an organic polymer and it makes your life easier, California is against it. Latest example, the city of Berkeley is targeting single-use plastic and paper cups, having solved every other problem in town. The city council there just passed an ordinance that will require all businesses to charge customers 25 cents for the privilege of using a disposable cup. Greg Gutfeld uses disposable cups. He also hosts the Greg Gutfeld Show, which is excellent, and co-hosts The Five, of course, every night he joins us tonight. So, Greg, this signifies laws like this, the victory over the more prosaic problems that most cities face, like bad roads or crappy schools. Like, obviously, Berkeley has already fixed those.
Yes, and you know, and I love how they always do the same thing. They never, you know, try to figure out who this might help or hurt, because who uses paper cups? Generally working classes that are going to get a cup of coffee on the street. They never examine the consequences of their actions, because then none of their actions would be adopted because they're so terrible. There's no proof that this theft, which it is theft, will help the planet. It's like if you look at recycling, for example, most of the recycling, we've been separating them in bins. Now we find out that most of those bins just end up in landfill because nobody's actually buying it. Think about all that time that could have been better spent drinking. Instead, we're sitting there spreading this stuff out all over the place in the kitchen. I absolutely hate it. I am for recycling. As you know, if you watch The Five, you hear a lot of my talking points over and over again. But that's economical. It's economical. Recycling is expensive, and it doesn't contribute to a better planet. Neither does taxing the working class. So it can make you feel better. Again, this is another virtue signal, Tucker. You know, a virtue is a symbolic action that does no good.
But isn't it also incredibly frivolous? I mean, if you had a child, and I think our leaders should care about us as we care about our children, if you had a child who was addicted to drugs and failing out of school and pregnant in the 7th grade, would you say, you know, the real problem is I don't like the shoelaces you have on? I mean, wouldn't that kind of be missing the point?
These are easy things to tackle. There's a weird inclination among politicians these days to ban things. Yeah. It's like they actually mistake banning for productive action, when in fact it just limits more freedom. If people, you know, let's look at the plastic straws. Did they think about what that did to the disabled? The disabled need plastic straws, and they didn't think about that because, you know, they thought, oh, it's polluting. There's an interesting fact. Do you know that 95% of all the plastic waste in the oceans comes from 10 rivers? 8 are in Asia, 2 are in Africa. America is not the offender in polluting these oceans. It's other countries. Yet we are doing this, and we're actually harming a segment of the society that needs these plastic products. There, I actually gave you some hard news.
Well, you did, and I'm trying to digest it now. But if that's true, and I'm obviously taking your claims on faith here,
I made it up.
I don't have the Google machine in front of me, but why wouldn't we be saying something to the countries that are actually polluting the environment? Why wouldn't we be mad about that?
Because that's no fun. It's no fun, Tucker. We have to be in this left-wing universe, especially in the media. We are the oppressors, no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's like we are at fault. We have to pay these indulgences. When you find out that it's China or the Philippines, and even Brazil is more of a pollutant of plastics in the ocean than we are, then it's no use. You can't use it politically against the United States. Right. So why bother?
It goes back to the root cause, which is self-hatred. Yes. I don't hate myself. I'd like to opt out of this system.
You know, I hate you. I hate you enough.
That's okay.
For you. I do. I do.
You got us both covered. Greg Gutfeld, great to see you tonight. Thank you for that.
I wish I could say that to you.